Claire, what time is it?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I don't know.
It's like 10 p.m. Speaking of time, we have a TikTok now. Claire decided she'd make a TikTok, so if you want to follow us on TikTok, it's at GearSeekers. It'll mainly be videos of me doing stupid things and being pretty rude. But yeah, that's all I wanted to mention at the start of this video. Anyway, let's get on to the actual topic of the video. And it's kind of to do with the Bitfenix Saber that we did a few weeks ago. And we built in the Saber and I kind of liked it. So I wanted to have a crack at building something else in another case that Bitfenix makes. And instead of going for like the black theme that we did last time, because we used like all black cables and was just black all of the things, I wanted to invert it and go as white as possible. So in this video, we built a pretty beasty gaming PC with the Intel Core i7-9700K and the RTX 2080 Ti inside the brand new Bitfenix Nova Mesh TG in white. So yeah, let's do a building thing. This is not a permanent system, and lots of people ask what that even means, and yeah, it just means that if we kept all the computers that we've built on the channel, we'd have 101 computers in our house, and yeah, I don't think anyone's house is big enough for 101 computers. Anyway, stick around till a little bit later to see how this machine performed. We ran some thermal testing as well to make all of those people who are interested in all that stuff happy. And yeah, make sure you watch till the end because I usually answer everything somewhere in the video at some point in time. Now, we only use parts that we've got in hand, and we only use stuff that we're not using for other projects. We don't go out and buy parts for these builds, and we're not trying to bargain hunt. We build these PCs to inspire you and to help you get ideas for your own PC builds. So the more RGB, the better is usually the way of the law of the land rather. Anyway, let's get to building, and then we'll chat about all of the parts and all the other jazz towards the end. Let's do it. peel and I forgot to press record. And the problem is, it was like the best peel ever. Oh well. Let's talk parts. You love the parts. Let's do the parts thing. The motherboard is the Gigabyte Z390 Aorus Ultra. This board's, yeah, it's pretty good. I keep meaning to move it to our test bench, but to be honest, I just keep forgetting, and it's one of the only decent Z390 boards we've got at the moment, so I'm just going to keep using it for builds. The CPU is the Intel Core i7-9700K. I love this chip. It overclocks really well. I overclocked it on water to like 5.1 gigahertz the other week, and it completely kicked ass. It doesn't run super hot, and yeah, I think it's a really good gaming chip. I highly recommend it if you can afford one. Definitely buy it if you're gonna go for a gaming PC. To cool the 9700K, we use something pretty fancy and pretty new. We use the brand new Aorus Liquid Cooler 240. Basically, it's a 240mm AIO with a fancy looking screen built into the pump top. You can display basically anything you want on it, and for this video, I kept it vanilla. I didn't do anything fancy on it. I just, however it is configured out of the box, I just did that. And yeah, but we'll probably do some installation guides and all that jazz at a later date, so stay tuned for that if you're interested in that. The GPU we use is the Aorus Extreme RTX 2080 Ti. Now, once again, this is not the best 2080 Ti, trust me, I know, I hear you guys, but it's easily the best looking one by a long way, so that's why we use it. It's all about those aesthetics. Everyone loves the RGB. The RAM chosen was 32 gigs with Thermaltake Tough RAM at 3600 megahertz. I've had some pretty good success with this memory. It's been pretty good since we've used it in like maybe 4 or 5 builds now, and it's kind of hard to believe that Thermaltake now makes RAM. Actually, Antec, Claire, remember the Antec, what's it called? The Antec RAM, what's it called?
Katana.
The Katana RAM. Hurry up and bring that out, because that stuff looks really cool. Anyway, lastly, the case is the new Bitfenix Nova Mesh TG in white. As far as building is concerned, it's pretty easy to build in, as long as you plan it properly like any other build. You can install a 360mm RAD in the front of the case, and if you use lower profile memory, like lower than we did at least, You could probably install a 240mm AIO in the top as well. Also, just make sure of like the VRM cooling. If it's lower, then you should be okay. You should be good to go. Again, just like the Sabre, the cutouts along the top for the EPS power connectors could have been a little bit bigger. It's a bit of a pain in the ass to get cables through, but it's easy if you've got cable extensions because you just feed them in backwards and it's good to go. But if you're using regular cables that aren't extensions, it could be a little bit harder because of the clips that plug into the EPS connector. But other than that, the cable management's pretty good. It's the same as the Bitfenix Sabre. There's lots of tie down points. The clearance between the case and the motherboard tray is like 23mm, so it should give you enough space to jam all those cables in and play hide the cable. Anyway, yeah, be aware that, yeah, you'll need to use a power supply that doesn't exceed like 150mm because it won't fit because the hard drive cage isn't removable. It's riveted in. Once it's in there, it's not going anywhere, but you can do what we did on, I think we did it on an Orish build a little while ago. We just got the drill and we just drilled the rivets out and took out the hard drive cage and then it wasn't a problem. Anyway, this is like an airflow focus case and I think it does pretty well with the hardware we installed in it. We did test the thermal, so hang around until a little bit later to see how it did. Overall, I think the case is decent. Pretty easy to build in. It's got 4 included ARGB fans, which is pretty good. It doesn't cost an arm and a leg. I think it's like 120 Australian dollars, probably less than that. Anyway, let's talk aesthetics because everyone loves that. The cable extensions are the Bitfenix Alchemy Paracord cable extensions in white. The fans are the Bitfenix Spectre ARGB fans. There's 4 fans that come with the case, like I mentioned already, and we added 2 extra fans just for that extra bling. The light strips are the Bitfenix Alchemy ARGB strips. All the lighting and basically everything was daisy chained because you can do that with all the Bitfenix stuff. It's really cool. And yeah, I just plugged it all into the daisy chain, straight into the motherboard, no ARGB controller, everything was done in RGB Fusion, including the RAM, because that now works in, well, rather the Thermaltake RAM now works in RGB Fusion, so yeah, it was a pretty easy and straightforward setup, there's nothing crazy going on, and yeah, RGB, everyone loves it. Anyway, it's benchmarking time. I didn't test this to every game on earth, you know how we do it. I use our usual suite of benchmarks, you can go back to our other videos and compare to see how it did as well. We did some thermal testing as well, so without further ado, let's see how it did. Build was easy and the process took around like 45 minutes to an hour to build and film. It's easily one of the fastest builds that we've ever done on the channel. The whole process went incredibly smooth. And yeah, let us know what you think about the Bitfenix Nova Mesh TG in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'm digging these new Bitfenix cases. To me, it feels like it's a bit of a return to form for them. Yeah, Yeah, if you're interested in any of the parts in the build, there are links in the description. Every time you use those links, it really helps us out. There's also a PC part picker list down there as well. And if you wanted to know where the music came from, I make the music. It's on our Patreon. There's a link to that as well. We've got all the merch and stuff that Claire makes if you're keen. She's added some new stuff, so go and check out that stuff as well. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. If you didn't like this video, you know what to do, and tell us what you hated about it. Once again, thank you so very much for watching. I'm your boy Nick with Gear Seekers. You peek, we seek. And the reason why I spoke so fast today is because I'm trying not to cough because I'm a little bit sick, and I wanted the video to be shorter because some people are complaining that the videos are going for too long now. So if I speak faster, it makes the talky bits shorter. Yeah, I'm out of here. You guys judge me too much.